Have you ever caught yourself doing something that makes absolutely no sense? You miss someone who hurt you, not someone who loved you, not someone who protected you, the person who made you cry, ignored your messages, broke your trust, and left emotional scars you still think about. And somehow, despite everything, a part of you still wants them back. Why? Why does your brain bring them into your mind late at night? Why does one song, one smell, or one random memory suddenly make your chest feel heavy? You know they hurt you. You know the relationship wasn't healthy. So why do you still miss them? Here's the strange part. You may not actually miss them. You might be missing something your brain became addicted to. And once you understand this, you'll never see emotional attachment the same way again. Most people think missing someone means love. But psychology says something different, because missing someone and loving someone are not always the same thing. Think about it. People miss old habits. People miss places they hated. People even miss painful chapters of their lives. Not because those things were good, but because they became familiar. Your brain loves familiarity, even if familiarity hurts. And that's where the trap begins, because sometimes the pain wasn't what your brain attached to. It was the emotional pattern. The human brain is designed to predict what happens next. Predictable things feel safe, even when those things aren't healthy. Imagine someone who ignored you for days, then suddenly gave you attention, ignored you again, then came back with affection, cold, warm. Cold, warm. Your brain starts chasing the warm moments, not because they're enough, but because they're unpredictable. And unpredictable rewards can become incredibly powerful. Casinos understand something about human psychology. Slot machines don't reward you every time. They reward you randomly. And weirdly enough, random rewards can become more addictive than guaranteed ones. Now think about toxic relationships. Some days they were distant, some days they were loving, some days they made you feel invisible. Then suddenly, they made you feel special. Your brain starts waiting for the next emotional reward. Without realizing it, you become emotionally stuck. Maybe you weren't addicted to the person. Maybe you became addicted to the emotional high. Think about the moments they suddenly texted you back, the moments they apologized, the moments they showed love after pain. Those moments felt huge, not because they were healthy, but because your brain had been deprived. When water is taken away from someone for hours, even a small sip feels incredible. Here's another reason people miss someone who hurt them. You aren't always missing reality. Sometimes you're missing potential. You're missing the version of them you hoped they would become. The version that would finally change. The version that would finally love you correctly. The version that existed in your imagination. Because hope can be stronger than reality. Something strange happens after people leave. Your brain becomes selective. Suddenly, the late-night conversations feel brighter. The happy memories feel bigger. The laughs feel stronger. Meanwhile, your brain starts hiding the pain, the arguments, the crying, the anxiety, the sleepless nights. Your mind begins creating emotional highlights, like watching only the best scenes from a movie. And then loneliness enters. Loneliness has a way of changing reality. When people feel alone, the brain starts searching for emotional comfort, even if that comfort once caused pain. Because your mind often asks one question: what feels familiar? Not what feels healthy? And that's a dangerous difference. Now here's something people rarely talk about. You can experience emotional withdrawal. When someone becomes deeply connected to your routine, your brain adapts. Morning texts, phone calls, memes, goodnight messages. Suddenly, they're gone. Your brain notices the missing pattern, and it reacts. Not because you necessarily lost your soulmate, but because you lost something your brain expected. Humans hate unfinished stories. Psychologists sometimes call this the need for closure. Your brain wants answers. Why did they change? Did they ever love me? What if things were different? Could I have fixed it? Questions with no answers can stay inside your head for years, because unfinished stories keep replaying. Sometimes people don't miss the person. They miss validation. Because when someone leaves, many people secretly ask themselves, was I not enough? And suddenly, getting that person back starts feeling like proof. Proof that you're lovable, proof that you're valuable, proof that you're enough. But your worth was never hiding inside another person. Pain from relationships isn't just emotional. Brain studies show emotional pain and physical pain can activate similar areas in the brain, which explains something almost everyone has experienced: Heartbreak can feel physical, a heavy chest, no appetite, no energy, restless nights. Your brain isn't pretending. The pain feels real because, in many ways, it is. Here's the difficult truth. Missing someone isn't evidence that they belong in your life. Missing someone only means they mattered. That's it. You can miss people who damaged you. You can miss people who lied to you. You can miss people who were wrong for you. Emotions don't always tell the truth. Sometimes emotions simply tell you what you're used to. One day something interesting happens. You stop checking your phone. You stop replaying old conversations. You stop wondering what they're doing. Not because you suddenly stopped caring, but because your brain slowly learns a new pattern. Life continues. New experiences happen. New people appear, and slowly, the emotional grip gets weaker. So if you've ever missed someone who hurt you, it doesn't automatically mean you should go back. It doesn't mean they were your soulmate. It doesn't mean you made a mistake by leaving. Sometimes your brain isn't missing the person. It's missing familiarity. It's missing hope. It's missing emotional patterns. And understanding that changes everything. Because the moment you stop asking, why do I miss them? And start asking, what exactly am I missing? You may finally discover the answer you were searching for. And maybe the person you've been trying to find again was never them. Maybe it was the version of yourself you lost along the way. If this changed the way you think, subscribe for more psychology videos.